Johnny Rico is called back into action to defeat the bugs. Hello everyone, welcome to another review. And this review is going to be on the movie Starship Troopers III, Marauder. This movie came out back in 2008. The actors that are in this are Amanda Donohoe, Anthony Bishop, Boris Kojo, Casper Van Dien, Catherine Oxenberg, Corey Bolton, Danny Coe, Grant Swanby, Jolene Blalock, Kevin Otto, Monette Patterson, Stelio Savant, Stephen Hogan, Stephen Jennings. Alright, my thoughts on this movie. This movie, I find it's actually pretty good. It's actually really good. I know some people hated this movie, and I don't blame them. Why? Because it's not as great as the first one. The first one was the best one that this movie series had to offer. There is another Starship Troopers movie out there. It's called Invasion, but I don't include that into this franchise of Starship Troopers. Why? Because Invasion is an animation movie. This isn't. This one plus the two before, so Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation, and Starship Troopers 1 were more animation. They were actually real life with some animation on the bugs. The animation on the bugs, but it doesn't fall into animation per se. Reason why we call them graphics in these type of movies. But this one, while it doesn't live up to the first one at all, it is, however, a step up from the second one in the right direction. And why is that? Well, let's take a look and to see what I thought about this movie. I found the storyline. The storyline was good. It had the potential to be really good, to be very good, but in the end it wasn't because they went a certain way with the story, but it could have been better. Much better. If they had tweaked the storyline a bit, did some adjustments in the story here and there, yeah. The graphics, yeah. Again, from the first one, the graphics in this one is a letdown, but the graphics in this one is better than what the second one had to offer. It really is. And the cast. Again, granted, not as great as the first one. The first one was actually a great movie. Because of the acting in the first one. This one, the acting falls short. The acting is actually better than the second movie. It is. And, like, Casper Van Dien, I've seen him in other things. And some of the other stuff that he's done, he does a great job. Which, again, tells me that maybe the acting in this really wasn't the actor's fault. It was the director's fault for not directing them properly as to, okay, I want you to act like this, I want you to act like that. If that's the case, directors, direct. I make this a very, very important factor in the movie. Direct. It is very important that you do that. If you don't, movies like this happens. Yeah. But for what the acting is worth, it was actually really good. And there is something that you gotta understand. The second Starship Troopers and this one, the short Starship Troopers movies, were low budget movies. The fact that they actually did this type of a job in this movie for a low budget movie is actually really good, because usually low budget movies turn out awful. Usually they really do. This one, I wouldn't say it's awful. Some people hate this movie, and I do understand why. Because if you compare it to the Force, it sucks. It really does. If you don't compare it, it stands up on its own. Alright, that being said, all in all, taking everything under advisement, what would I give this movie? I do know I gave the Starship Troopers 2 a 3 out of 5. And I do find that this is a step up from the second one. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. A 3.5 out of 5. So I want to thank you all for taking time to watch. If you loved this movie or didn't love this movie, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. It's always based on an opinion. Just because I really much like this doesn't mean you're going to really much like this. You gotta watch it for yourself and see if it entertains you. You can also like my video if you like this review. You can also subscribe to my channel if you love my content. So thank you for taking time to watch. Join me for another review I intend to do soon. I am out.